welcome back to my playthrough of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we were basically gangwayed into service by Lady Theodora von Valancius. Turns out we're her 114th cousin, 98,000 times removed, or something like that. Very distant blood relatives. Unfortunately, we were betrayed in a sudden and inevitable fashion by Kunrad Voigtvir, her master of whisperers, master of spies, who, using heresy and mutiny and every sordid, unfortunate dealing, tried to steal her warrant of trade, which she needed our blood for. Once the ship realized we were in danger and not having fun, it did us the favor of opening these gates and unleashing holy hell on basically everyone there, with multiple turrets saving us. We did get stabbed. There is currently some version of a demon running around in our head who does not like us not being demonically charged, but we'll deal with that later. Immediately, though, we're stuck in the warp. Apparently the navigators can't do their job, and me and Seneschal Abelard over here are going to go find out exactly why that's the case. We did end on a fight, so let's just see what they had to offer us. A worse gun and a basic sword. Well, a lot of those. So we'll just collect all. Eventually we'll sell them, and let's get going. Different kind of weapons, prepare demands, sure. Map of a void ship, several parts. Okay. And a little bit of fast traveling around.
Is there money to be made?
Let's see how this goes. Let's turn down the music just a little bit. Yeah, 100 might be a bit much. Adira's here. Don't know who that is. We'll find out. Oh, looks like a sister of battle, maybe? No.
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Master, watch your head.
Of course we almost died to a degree.
Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
So, just a psyker then.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ships fade, to die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. The diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
How do you know who I am?
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
The seer's words dredge up something dark and frightening from the depths of your memory. Your soul has been tainted by the influence of warp sorcery, and it seems you'll never be rid of it. We must see if the navigator is well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
A piece of pipe left a noticeable dent in the floor. And that's another dead end, looks like. So, one way to go. I don't think that's going to work out for you guys. Sorry, not sorry.
Close ranks.
Your emperor won't save you!
I'm gonna put Ignatius back here. He is more set up to be a support and buffer. Adira has psychic powers. I'm going to presume she can use some of them pretty well. And Abelard is a smacky boy. He shall be prepared to smack.
Let's make it quick. Brace yourself, Abelard.
I am your doom.
Step into 16. buff him. He's pretty good at parrying and blocking. So, and then we're just gonna sort of hopefully demolish this guy's soul real quick. Almost, not quite, but almost. And that's all she can do. A couple heretic sharpshooters.
Such is the will of chaos.
Follow my lead.
And just crush them, please, and thank you.
You are target.
That worked.
It will be done.
Hologram. You can use the hologram to gauge effectiveness of action before taking them. Okay. You, serve me.
This as good as done.
%60 chance. I have a higher % chance from here? Really? No, I don't. That's a 60% chance. Okay.
I am ready for whatever comes. Your end was inevitable.
Nicely done. And end of turn.
Here we go.
Heretic Psyker is going to hit one more time. Didn't even hit. Fortunately, she is more than able to just demolish him. That's the auto kill. What else can she do? She can strike, or she can.
Will do. What an unfortunate.
Oh, that hit me. Yeah, I thought I could pick the targets. Oh well. Analyze enemies.
Not
Can't see him, can see her. And then he's going to go next. He's going to be exploited. Okay. See what he does about it. He's going to die very quickly, nice and easily. Now that it's his turn, he's just going to charge real quick, crush, and that is going to be quickly resolved. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark, gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes, as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master of a Spider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
What is wrong with him?
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
So he's getting possessed, which is not great.
It came from beyond. His body is not his.
Deer's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under the third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream, mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is purplish swelling around the eye.
Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the wall. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
I cannot bear to see Thakon any longer. I'd rather put an end to it.
You can't! It's only thanks to Master Vespidas that we're still alive. If he falls, this whole ship is doomed. Let him do his duty. You know it's the last thing he'll ever do. If he lasts that long.
I want to help you. Tell me how.
The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on, and wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run.
The navigator's still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman.
I know.
He is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora. She must have heard the call to arms at the servos well relayed to us earlier.
Vespidas. Good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static, interspersed with distant echo of otherworldly laughter. Undaunted by the enemies of humanity, for not one of them can prevail over the true servants of the Imperium who are ready to give their lives for his anointed. Some more looting, anything of worthwhile, anything of note. Nope. Not really. No. Nothing else in here. Let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. I do love the slight corruptions of face looking at us in the walls, the blood oozing and disappearing and oozing and disappearing, the random eyes. Very good job Elcat did, was just trying to show the instability. Okay. So if that door is locked, how do we get out of here then?
I always have a backup plan.
The Navigator's Sanctum is the private haven of a ship's guide through the warp, and a death trap for anyone left inside after translation to the Immaterium. Right, I get that, but like, where are we going? Here? Yes. It's just a little bit weird since we came from that way, but it is what it is. It's only the last few percentage points that are the slowest to get sorted out. Apparently you heard that. Sorry about that. Fitting.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall fear not
Sisters
their
of Battle.
traits.
I do love them so desperately. Appropriate.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor
The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Ignatius van Valancius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I am no traitor, sister. You can be sure of that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is the word of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader's ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain, and that story deserves its own time and conversation, under more appropriate circumstances.
Fair.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
What is going on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
Who are these people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell.
We must get
These are the survivors.
to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May terror's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Anything this way?
It's about you.
Nope, nothing that way. Ooh, some goods. Let's see what we got. Some fuel tanks, some food, ale, and a slightly better pistol. Yes, thank you for telling me how weapons work. Do appreciate it.
With fire and vigor, our Emperor, imbue us!
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
There is no way that a sister battle will sort of just like wait behind in the face of only 7 heretics. No, they will taste the sword.
Death to the weak. Death to non-believers.
Types of cover, full and half, correct. Let's see, let's make Abelard. He the seneschal, he's used to being my servant. And for his service he shall be rewarded and uplifted. And also, I'm just gonna shoot this guy. And that's the end for him. But Adira now has a chance. I want to see what she does. First, yeah, that'll be fine. Kill the two people furthest away hiding.
Farewell.
Nice and easy. God, I love chain lightning. In every iteration of every game it's ever in, it is always fun, if stupid.
Guides me.
Accidentally hit the spacebar. And you missed. You also seem to have missed. Jesus, heretics are really not known for the precision, are they? Kill that one.
I will do my duty.
And end his turn. Argenta. She's expert with burst range weapons and weapons that deal damage in an area. Another of which is for mobility in combat. So run and gun to move a lot, have slightly worse aim, but take 2 shots. For AoE and burst weapons. Fair enough. Run and gun, Furious Recital.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Rejoice in battle.
Not worried.
Eradicated.
Growing slightly worried, but it'll be fine. I can't quite hit all of them. That's unfair. Let's give it a shot, though.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay, 2 deaths and 1/2 kill. Definitely worth it. Good job, Sororitas.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Yeah,
The ruinous powers.
the other guy said that same thing.
My way.
You literally are just impossible.
Who, if not me?
Help the Sororitas, because, you know, she needs the help. Clearly. And... Ooh. That might hit 2 of them. I want to see how that works, actually.
I'll make it happen.
Alright, so it's just a chance to hit each. Fair enough. And Adira, you have Chain Lightning still. Yeah, that'll hit the Sororitas, but also hurt 2 of them at least. So it's fine.
Was it you? What an unfortunate turn of fate. But of course.
And analyze
that
enemies
is
with
not
that.
my
Oh,
destiny.
analyze this enemy.
Will do.
And then she'll be good to go. Another dodge. Another dodge.
Indeed.
Yeah, you can charge, it's fine.
Lost you a target.
Ooh, crit. Good for him. I probably should have given him a gun of some fashion. Not too relevant, though.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Oh, right. Can she?
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
What's going on with her? Forewarning, voice of command, winded. Ah! Okay. Fair enough.
Strike is a
I mean,
prayer.
she definitely did her duty. Killing 4 of them at least, pretty sure. And that's fine.
I won't stand for it.
One more voice of command, and let's see about killing him real quick.
Personally,
Didn't quite work. Just a work though. 31. Jesus. I mean, she's doing her job and doing it well.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
I'm sure you have.
At your back and reduced to dust.
And she went back up to full health after the fight.
their money to
Not
be
sure if that's a tutorial thing or if that's an actually permanent thing, but let's see how much we got from this. Got some fuel. What are the temperature? Oh. Cargo capacity usage. Okay.
Oh, it's a peculiar thing.
Skill test interaction with environment. Yeah. I see I have a 100% chance to do it, so I'm gonna do it.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Come on, Ignatius, you got this.
That's how it's done.
The D100 system, that's how skills work. Sure. Also, I just realized I forgot to pick up the goods. We also got a set of icons, machine spirit vaultlet. And that just gets us more goods, which is fair. It's a skill check. We've got plastic crystal cores, Catechism of St. Drusus, anointed pure seal wax, and more silver skulls. This is Operator's Glove. Nice, and Melter Charge. Let's put that on real quick, because why not? Where is it? 3 bonus to tech use. Definitely works for me.
I always keep my options open.
Let's see what else. We missed you. They're probably out of the range of the auto search, but we do have another door we can open.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Restore power supply. This will be fine.
I always get the job done.
Opening another door with see, this is why I always make sure to get skill monkey main characters. Cause like, sure, I am certain these are not very challenging things to do, but also look at all of this. Look at all these shenanigans I can get up to. More med kits. More melter charges. So many melter charges, actually. Jesus. Yeah, Ignatius, here we go.
Success is the
Not
only outcome I accept.
super sold on using demolition to open this, but I did just get a shotgun. Guess what I'm going to be using? Because, to be fair, it is a shotgun. Like, really, what else can we really
I
expect?
always have a backup plan.
Cody's heating area. It's a little bit bloody at the moment, but after it's cleaned up, I'm sure it'll be fine. More icons, more ale, synth leather, all the cargo. Am I missing anything? Nope, I don't think so. Again, I love tab. I love it when CRPGs just have this feature of, hey, how much do you actually want? Or how much information do you actually want? Because, like, if you want just the ability to do everything, or to know everything, we'll give that to you. You can be as obsessive as you want it to be.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Time for a melt to charge to blow this to smithereens.
Duty prevails.
Oh, we just leveled. Nice. Let's go with bring it down. Officer immediately grants an ally an extra turn with 2 action points. Force the command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's next turn. The ally gains a one-time additional momentum bonus. Nicely done. Until warrior's next turn, all incoming damage is reduced by toughness divided by 2 and temporary wounds. Okay. We've got the Psyker now. Psyker exposes weakness. Oh, operative. So, if you add exploits, remove them. 10 plus exploits, remove times perception bonus. What is her perception bonus? I mean, it's definitely good. Perception is 45, so that means that 10 plus 11, so like 10 plus 1, let's just say just started. That's 11 times 45%. 11 times 40, that is a massive amount. And you get to save some. That's mwah, love it. Even accounts for if you go too deeply on something. She raised a demolition because of course she did. She has faith. She just needs bigger bombs. Immediately remove the winded effect until the end of combat. Plus 10 ballistic skill. Plus 5. Plus double the agility bonus per second. So she has to kill 3 people first. Okay, nicely done. I'm happy with that.
Is there money to be made?
Maybe, but also, number 1 rule of every RPG is you don't go where you're supposed to go. Do everything you can to not do that first.
Just as I planned.
5% armor. Let's see. That should probably actually go on our melee friend who likes to get punched in the head, or at least be in punching range. Ah, he's wearing the helmet. Okay. He's allowed to wear the helmet.
Keep your wits about you. This could be an opportunity.
Oh, just saw something. Another multi-key, always nice to find. Just barely making it across, or not. The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette formed in a raging wall of fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora von Valancius.
I lost my heir.
Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other is raised in an inviting gesture.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Argenta goes still the statue, then slowly raises her weapon.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
This is impossible.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you. That power over reality.
So Zine should not Nurgle? The disease sort of made me think one, but illusions and seeing the dead?
I can lead you
Yeah.
out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. And that answer can be nothing other than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart. If you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
I mean, yes, but Argenta, I'm pretty sure Sisters of Battle have been killed by fire before. It, like, burned at the stake for being a witch. I mean, to be fair, there are some times that definitely didn't kill a Sister of Battle. You know what I mean.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
That's not Theodora, Adira. You should know this.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Let's go with Iconoclast. You look away and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voices of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grow stronger and hopeful. Once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire.
Where did she go? The thing was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
That's not what she was saying. That's not what she was saying.
I better myself through my service.
Like, I did want to trash talk you a little bit for being so blind, but A, Sister of Battle, and B, that was a really nice shot. I can't be mad about that.
Too late! We are too late! Or perhaps Edelstrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelstrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Maud headed for earlier.
A little bit more loot.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Hang on. I missed some loot. What do you mean I missed some loot? That's not acceptable. I can't go back? Nope. What did I miss? Oh, just looked like some bodies. Oh no, and a chest too. Resist the urge.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, I will resist the urge. That is, the distractions of chaos, the temptations of perfection, and of lacking humility. That is not my place. Okay, we could easily just jump over that and help, but I guess we're not going to. That is not humble in the face of the Emperor, and that is not pragmatic to turn around. And it's a prologue, I'm pretty sure it's not the most important loot in the world. I say as I go to get more, because of course I do. Profane blades, and the door for some more good. Let us not dawdle as we go to dawdle. Grants +3 logic and machine rate set. Oh, spiffy. I'm going to need to actually just at one point look through all of the stuff I have and see what it all means and does. Plasma counter display is energy capable of powering a vast void ship. Yes, that is what the power conduits and generators do. I'm pretty sure this Lord Commander trip is a trap, considering that whatever demonic force is playing with us is more than happy to take her visage. But we'll see. That... I mean, rogue trader. Too rich anyway. Yep.
Keep your wits about you.
I think I know someone who can make use of this. I can't give it to her because we're...
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Let's see if we can take off the... Oh, for the record, probably should have done this in the very beginning, but I just tried to make things a bit more in keeping with the tabletop. This is what the normal this is some of the, or this is based off of the normal recommendation of the difficulty. So Owlcat decided that in normal you needed a 30% difficulty modifier for your skills, so I will just let them have it. Graphics. 1 second. Alright. Can't do it. Or if you can do it, not sure how. Again, that's the thing to fiddle with later. I know that she's dead. I saw that she's dead, but like, there's other things to look at before going to the dead rogue trader who's surrounded by writhing shade. If it'll let me grab this, I will do so. Ah, lovely. Even better. Okay. Just for the sheer virtue of the fact that this is going to be some version of a fight. Theodora von Valancius's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilitan's corpse is still clutching a weapon. It is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls. No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voigtvir.
I doubt it. Voigtvir wished humiliation and suffering upon Theodora, not a swift death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Adira's voice actress is really going for it and good, and I am here for it. And hey, I'm intelligent and relatively perceptive. Maybe I'll find something interesting. An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. The safety on the Archmilitant weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. You lean closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the road trader's life with an auto pistol shot, an extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye, a heap of blood-spattered parchment and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else, small shards of glass scattered around the floor. Inspect the shards by the desk. It is difficult to say exactly what was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appeared iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they had been submerged in promethium. Inspecting the papers, reports, accounts, and dispatches, you go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. Esteemed Theodora, a change in circumstances has demanded your immediate assistance in our mutual cause. Forthwith, upon receiving this letter and performing the necessary preparations of the crew, you are to depart for the Reichad system. One of my acolytes, interrogator Heinrich von Kalux, operates there at the present time. Upon your arrival in the system, You will, without delay, make contact with him and offer any assistance required of you, after which you will provide him passage into the Furbunda system aboard your ship. On footfall, the interrogator will remove himself from your presence to await further instructions. Anticipating any questions you may have, I will stress that the nature of Interrogator von Calix's activities in Reichhead Manors is of no concern to you. If required, von Calix himself will disclose the details of his mission. May the Emperor's light be with you. XC. And send a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter, addressed to Theodora von Valancius, signed it with the seal of the Holy Orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity. Adira, what do these shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Kunrad and what is that? Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
You cannot tell if Argenta's remark is directed at the glass shards or Adira herself. Adira, would you try touching Theodora? You might be able to see the killer through her eyes.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in the warp.
We had best be on our way.
Yes, the Crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Again, every voice actor here is really good. Just top notch. I love them each. But I have to say, maybe it's because she has so much more to work with and so much more emotion in what she's saying. But like, dang. Now, I just came through here. Is that an Astartes?
The eye of the witch. Let the blood flow!
What is an Astartes doing here? Or it's a combat servitor. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Light and medium armor. Yeah. Fair enough. Abelard is first. So, just put on some armor real quick, and go back here and see if we can just kill these. Very good chance to... Ooh, maybe not. We got 16. Not sure why I walked that way, but I'll take what I can get.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
Nice shot. And... Yeah, let's do that. By the end of this round, or by the end of the round, there should be a good deal more dead things. Hey, servant.
It's as good as done. On it.
Take a stat buff, and also
I'll
take an
see
extra
to it
turn.
personally.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
And that works. Because if he kills someone... Yep. One-time addition plus 6 momentum. And...
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
unavailable. Not sure why that's unavailable, but let's just end the turn now. Let's move you forward real quick. Probably could have fixed that a little bit better if I was planning on that. But why don't we just have her blow up a whole bunch of people?
I'll do it. None you can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak.
And let's just hit everybody real quick. Or try to anyway. And turn. Let's see. If you just lightning bolted everybody... I could do that in a second. We've got forewarning. It's just you because he's already got a bunch of buffs. Then exposes his to just weaken him a decent bit. And 7 to 16 versus 3 to 3. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's get rid of as much of it as possible. Hurt a little bit, but that's perfectly sustainable. Haha! I appreciate the dodge. That's just lovely. That's not.
At your beck and call. Ah, an exemplary strike. It will be done. Grey hair, sure hair.
And he's going to be even tankier and harder to kill, which is appropriate. That's right, I now have a shotgun. No precision. All boom.
I'll make it happen.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
You got this. I knew it. I had faith in you the entire time. Zero doubts. Don't look at me like that. I had no doubt. It's fine. I told you.
But of course. Will do.
Give some more exploits, take them away, and just yell at him very loudly. Almost this close to killing in this turn. And I did. So it works out. Another level.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust. Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Okay. At this archetype rank, characters can talents that grant passive benefits. The officer grants an ally an extra turn for full AP and IP during its turn. There is no attack limit. Jesus! Okay. The ranger. Courage, personal sight. Steel resolve, plus your resolve, not bad. Armor of contempt. Value they fight by off the ability or talent. Wound. I mean, that's nice. Hang on. Be smart. Yeah, now I just get that intelligence to everything. No more fellowship necessary at all. Yeah, that was just kind of necessary. Like, I understand how all of this is really important, but I am having too much difficulty with combat yet. Complete. Also incredibly good. Epicenter slow. Okay. Seeing all these options, I'm going to pause real quick and I'll come back when I've made the decisions. Alright, I am back. It took me a little bit of time to go through everything to figure out that I should stop obsessing over every possibility and just go with a good one. Ignatius can now substitute his intelligence for fellowship, which is a significant boost to basically everything. He can also give people an extra turn with full action points and movement points with no extra attack limit. So just, let someone wail on people at least 4 more times. Seneschal Abelard basically can just give himself an agility bonus, fully restore his action points and movement points, and has no limit on melee attacks, and can move between melee hits. So another free turn up possibility, which is just phenomenal. Adira. No, this isn't Adira. It is Adira. Sorry. Adira can now basically inflict 1 exploit on every enemy in combat when the combat starts, and just get 1 free attack that always hits in the beginning of combat. Until the end of the fight, that target just gets a significant decrease to their dodge and armor. So boss fights, shoot them in the head, always hit, and they're significantly weaker, from how I understand it. And then Argenta. She just gets the ability to make multiple attacks per turn, up to the weapon's rate of fire. if she has multiple weapons involved that she can use, it's the one that has the lowest rate of fire, the one that costs the least AP. Yep. And until the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy is automatically a crit. And then they go on to immediately reload the weapon. And for her talent, I just gave her Swift Slaughter. Revel in Slaughter can be used after 2 turns instead of 3. And that is the one where she stops being winded, or after 2 kills instead of 3, apologies. Where she stops being winded, has much better ballistic skill, has a significantly higher crit chance, and it's just kind of lovely. Also, just to go through it, I did get an Iconoclast skill, so I have that gives me above the Thundering Guns. Rogue Trader and 2 random allies start combat with temporary wounds equal to their own resolve, so just a little bit of a buff to health, which is not bad. I have not, and I've chosen not to go through and sort of like figure out I want 4 levels of Iconoclast and 2 of Heretical, because like, no. Role playing, it's a thing. I am that type of person who role plays by deciding what's mechanically the greatest, and then figuring out what I find to be interesting ways to get there. But I am trying to shift that generally. Plus 5 toughness, intelligence less than 35. That is actually kind of great. Do I have anyone with intelligence less than 35 at the moment? Because if I do, him, and her, and her. Who has the least toughness? $30, $35, $50. She's not likely to get hit. I'll give it to him. He's the one who only has this way to punch people.
I always keep my options open.
And we'll go into the bridge. I'm guessing that's where I'm going to need to go. I do appreciate that apparently I have access to cargo somewhere.
That's how it's done.
The horrific vision is the product of the warp energy that permeate the bridge. Makes sense.
Always keep your eye
Oh,
on
Edelthred.
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue traitor.
Theodora von Valentius is dead. I found her in the Archmilitant in her study.
God Emperor preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
The ship can still be steered out of the warp. We must first restore communication between the bridge and the Navigator Sanctum. can see Kunrad Voigtvir clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
Ethelthred bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. You see a wave ripple across the whites of Ethelthred's eyes, and they begin to turn a sickly yellow. Voigtvir, you duplicitous cur! The rogue traitor's death will be avenged.
Theodora is dead. No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Because I knew he didn't kill her.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Edelstrad, don't! Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
That looks like a Zorn from D&D.
I will deliver furious retribution.
Yes, you will. Ignatius, you're going to stand there. Adira, you're going to stand there. Argenta, you're going to stand there. Abelard, you're going to go right up there. Can't move them, but it doesn't matter because we have so many extra turns we can take. Okay. Abelard, you serve me. Have, you know, all of your characters plus 15 for a round. And why don't you bring it down? No, I could save that for later. That doesn't work. Yeah, do that.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. You never stood.
Nice shot.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Rejoice in battle! Faith without deeds at each strike is a prayer.
Oh, that's what that is. No, I'm gonna save that.
I'll do it.
Really?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
The current weapon. That has to be used at the start.
Break them all!
Was it you? Or
Can't kill him.
what of course?
Let's kill him outright. I do really appreciate the whole aspect of... Oh! Right.
so sure.
Perfect.
The whispers must be appeased.
Who even taught you to fight like this?
What? What did you do to poor Adira? To poor Argenta? Nothing. Okay.
My place is at the fort. At your beck and call.
Just take some damage, please, and thank you. Rending Scream.
I will endure.
Where's Rending Scream? Doesn't say.
Chaos guides me.
What is the ring?
Death to the weak.
All the dodging.
Follow my lead.
I won't compromise my principles. You should feel honored to witness this.
Just smack him around, please, and thank you.
That's not the Seneschal's job. Victory is imminent.
I mean, 28 damage is plenty. Okay. Less than great. Also, what does Rending Scream do?
I'm not interested.
Here, heal her real quick. Thank you very much.
Humbly tasked.
I'll see to it,
And get some extra stats. Can't fire my shotgun, unfortunately.
Guided by faith.
Go around and just shoot him in the face. Please and thank you. Nicely done. Anything else you can do? Not really.
On it.
Six to 14. 6 to 8. I think this is just a bit more worthwhile. What do you think? 22, probably slightly higher than 8. And give him some foresight. Endure. And have him smack.
It will be done.
Smacking is what he does. He likes doing it. He is good at it. I thought I would block ranged. Oh well.
Get to the heretic.
16 damage is nothing to sneeze at. Thank you very much. I'll also take the 3.
Didn't even flinch. I'll make it happen.
Indeed. I will do my duty.
And another endure. Just sort of top him off.
I'll see to it personally.
Continue the buff. And yeah, that's fine. That is just not great. So, we have another weapon we can definitely start shooting with.
Doubt is
Come on. Come on. Why are you gonna be like this? Huh? She really is doing so much of the damage, though. She's got this heavy, heavy carry. Hard carry. She's gonna carry that weight. Yeah, have fun. You're gonna love it.
It will be done.
He is doing a lot of. He put so much work into that. I am proud of you, good sir. And you parried on top of it. Twice. Oh, he still took some damage from that one, but still. Oh, come on! Is he gonna kill it? He killed it. Of course he did.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, so I realize this is actually getting a little bit long, but we'll deal with the long one. Since we are clearly coming up toward the end of this, it seems a little bit rude, honestly. Or would seem rude of me to just like, we'll bring you right up to the edge, and then you have to wait. You have to wait a week. Where do?
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
a noble deed. Let the crew offer prayers for the hero who renounced his impure life in the name of humanity.
Keep your wits about you.
Rival, Master Helmsman, system status report.
By the Emperor. It's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wicketry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne nose airlock.
We need to reestablish contact with the Navigator Sanctum. It is our only chance of escaping from the warp. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you filled with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under his dress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something that can be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Oh, please, hurry. Every second is a terrible risk.
He's so impatient and just put off and put upon. Like, just do it. Just go. Just stop standing there and looking at me. Fine, Master Helmsman Revor. I am ready. Begin the ritual. And we, at the end of what seems to be the prologue, we have our own ship and crew that are loyal to us because we actually went back to save them rather than push through or accept demonic curse. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerer's currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever's beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. You are to blame for Theodora's death?
I am the beginning and the end, and all that courses in between. I am the voice of the truth that is destined to triumph. For this triumph is the terminal point of every twisted maze of fate.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
That sounds horrifying, frankly.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
Zinch. This is a Zinch ploy. I am so happy this is a Zinch ploy. If it was another Korn or Nurgle,
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
I love the devil title.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line for the Rogue Trader dynasty survived, and through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
Damn. Prologue was relatively short compared to other Owlcat works and did really well, and I think they did a really fantastic job of keeping the stakes very high, keeping you invested, not taking too long, and giving you a good, solid glimpse of the various different factors and factions, and just throwing you right into the meat of what's going on by the end of it. That is phenomenal. I love it. I do love it. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face. Though the old officer's eyes are keen, they rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something not to himself. Well then, your lordship? And I think that's where we're going to... No, I'm sorry. I would try to stop. It has been quite a while, but I need to get to... I think I want to see what's happening next too deeply. You cannot help but notice that the Seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing you smile, Abelard pulled himself together. The voice acting is gone now. The prologue's over. That was a tease. I mean, fair, there's so much, but still. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the lead of this cruise. How did it come to lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given that their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. What is on the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we're currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of the Lord Captain. Have you succeeded in tracking down Voigtvir? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors. But frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. Wait, Abelard, there is an altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be thrown. No, I do. That's why we're here. I'm ready to start the briefing. Summon the officers. With a gesture, Abelard relays the orders to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. Let me save. Please let me save sometime soon. Tech priest from the Mechanicus of Mars. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers! You've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Ignatius von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. As you wish, your lordship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain many implants of the dead flesh. Victus Studiota, the Ptolemaean line, our new Vox Master. I don't have a voice changer, so sorry. It is an honor to serve your lordship. The Vox Master offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Revor, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain, and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face gives a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship is good at home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let it come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum Janus Dunrock, who oversees the supplies, procurement, and general material well-being of the ship. Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavyset man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard, the Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a signal resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priest's mechadendrites. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. I wish to hear from the Infernus Master's report. Yes, Lord Captain, the tall young man bows his head in deference. I can report that all the fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies with expired line of duty. Abelard remarks in a low voice pitch for your ears only. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. High Factotum, what have you to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I'll personally ensure that all damaged components are given to the tech priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum of the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Road Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets, rumbles Abelard frowning. Drives Master, I'll hear from you now. A voice distorted by a Voxu translator emerges from under the tech priest Scarlet Hood. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Messiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engine Seer Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in the battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him, a most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We will require a replacement as soon as possible. I see. Thank you. The tech priest bows her head. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report. Right you are, Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less, but without an Engine Seer Prime and Navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what will happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your lordship, if you allow me to interject. When we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels in the region. One of them is the Navi's Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located and navigated in the very system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor. A sharp bolt of pain races through your skull as if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the daemon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the Weaver of Destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. I don't know what decisions I made that prompted that, but okay. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or she'll soon be eyeing up the asteroids of the new residents. And slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round the system till the heads are swimming, as long as the Promethium and supplies last. And if any thick as grok shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry on that score. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, no Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It's as if a dam hath burst inside and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship's in ruins, every second officer's dead, and now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to void knows where. Silence! The bridge's magnificent glass panes seem to tremble under the force of Abelard's war. Enforcers! Seize this mutineer! Just cold cocking back of the head. Abelard grunts. If only one officer of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all, your lordship. I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides finding his replacement, that is, if we already have one lined up. I mean, execute him. A, noble. B, rogue trader. C, come on, man. We can't let mutineers, people shit talk me, just get away with it. Consider it done. Take him away. The brittle laughter of the Master of Ordnance reverberates around the bridge as he is led to his fate. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new Engine Seer Prime and Navigator. Is that all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at the Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving the three immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? I see to the Vox Master at this point. Mistress Tolman? We are in the Rykad star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the order of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies within the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobility Station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system, and the Rykad Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and Navis Nobility Station and find out what in the void is going on. Thank you all for your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. Jesus. Your lordship, there's one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who had the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything? I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis Expanse. I came across a note from XC. Are you referring to this? Yes, quite right. XC, Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Henrix von Kalox, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on would be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in his system, either the Navis Nobility or the governor of the Rykad Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon, you must take up the reins of the Van Valancia's protectorate. Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softened slightly, and it seems he's about to offer some words of encouragement. Oh, you don't get that. Adira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battle grimly nods toward Adira. The Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judge that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak to me when you have time, rogue trader. Adira's glazed eyes rove over the assembled. One word burst from her lips. Daybreak. Adira, come to your senses. Damn it! Adira presses her fingers into her temple. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard, my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn? It's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Tlass? No, not yet anyway. The voices are all going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know something, know or sense anything, I'll report it all. Right? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me in the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. The Psyker's bitten lip stretched into a wry smile. If there's nothing else of value to report, I declare this brief concluded. It is time to get to work. Okay. That was a heck of a lot. I don't even know how to properly recount all of it. There seems to be a theme chain conspiracy. We took back the ship, and we have every problem possible laying at our feet. That just means that next time, we need to get to work. Thank you for coming along with us. This has been a very long episode, and I appreciate you sticking around. comment on anything I could do better, any advice, any tips you give me, and hope you enjoy this day. Have a good night, everyone.